St. Martin. St. Martin is a small yet beautiful island in the Caribbean with 37 beaches, and it is a French-owned island. St. Martin is divided into two parts. One is the Dutch side where they call it St. Martin, and the other is the French side where they call it St. Martin. The culture of St. Martin is a mixture of Dutch, French, British, and African heritage. Even though the Dutch and French sides are different countries, they share a similar history and heritage. Today, all school children on both sides are taught to be trilingual in Dutch, English, and French. One big thing in St. Martin is where everyone gathers together and have a great time is the Carnival or Mardi Gras. This is very popular over there and the Caribbean in general. It is a high-energy, vibrant, and colorful celebration. And for 2 months, the locals unite and hit the streets dressed in costumes, singing, dancing, making music, and enjoying life. St. Martin Carnival is all about celebrating the local culture and heritage. It reflects the many influences and colorful identity of the island. Carnival is celebrated with parades, concerts, calypso competition, steel pan bands, reggae bands, feathers, dancing, lots of feasting and drinking, partying, costumes, pageants, and more. Charles de Gaulle. This name is popular in France. There is actually a major airport named Airport Paris Charles de Gaulle. It was originally known as Airport Paris Nord, but it was reopened as Paris Charles de Gaulle in March 1974. After conducting some research, I found out why this name was so popular. Charles de Gaulle was elected as the first president of the Fifth Republic, which was France's republican system. He was most known for organizing the Free French Forces, rallied French colonies to Allied cause in 1940, and it was successful. His forces fought successfully in North Africa, and in June 1944, he was named head of the French government in exile. During the next decade, President de Gaulle granted independence to Algeria and attempted to restore France to its former international stature. It is said that de Gaulle is not only the last statesman in the classic mold, he is also the first to anticipate the politics of the 21st century. He retired at 79 years old and died the following year. Notre Dame de Paris. Notre Dame is a cathedral and it is over 800 years old. This beautiful cathedral is located on a small island called Ile de la Cite in the middle of the river Seine. It took 200 years to be completed. It started in 1163 and it was completed in 1345. The cathedral, called Notre Dame or Our Lady, was at one time in a state of total disrepair and close to the point of being demolished by the French revolutionary mob. This church wielded great power in France and over French people's lives. The vast majority of French people were Catholic, so Catholicism was the state religion. And the church owned a lot of property, collected heavy tithes from people's income without paying taxes of its own. Parisians massacred and jailed priests during September massacres of 1792, and clergy were put on a trial during the Reign of Terror of 1793. The new government announced that public worship was illegal. In response, people rushed into churches, stripping them of religious symbolism. Notre Dame de Paris had long been a symbol of monarchy, to a place where state holidays, kings were celebrated. The cathedral west facade featured 28 statues that portrayed the biblical kings of Judah. In fall 1793, the new government ordered workers to remove them because they weren't of the French kings. The 500-year-old statues combined monarchy and religion, and they were brought to the cathedral square and were decapitated. Our Lady was later saved by Napoleon, who himself was crowned emperor in 1804, inside of the cathedral. This cathedral is also where the crowning of Henry VI took place back in 1431. There is a famous story, the story of the peasant girl, Joan of Arc. She was very brave and claimed that she had visions from God. Through her visions and courage, she helped France in battles against English troops. While using the wise military tactics of Joan, France won many fights against England. She was also a great supporter of the monarchy. She is indirectly the reason why Charles VII was crowned. However, Joan was captured by the Burgundians, accused of heresy, and tragically, she was burned at stake. But this was not the end of the brave girl. On the 7th of July, 1456, Joan d'Arc was declared innocent and martyred. In 1909, she was beatified or blessed in the famous Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris by Pope Pio X. She was only 17 years old, and I quote by Twan, "She was perhaps the only entirely unselfish person whose name has a place in profane history." Thank you.